Hi there, this is Carrie Gatto with Keller Williams Realty, and today I'm interviewing a local business owner, Kristen Giddings with Kristen Giddings Studio. Welcome, Kristen.
Thanks so much for having me, Carrie. I'm excited to chat with you today.
I am so excited too. Can you briefly describe your business to start us off?
Absolutely. So, Kristen Giddings Studio is an entirely virtual Pilates studio for people to get stronger, ease pain, and make movement a consistent part of their life. To not only reap the benefits of exercise, but to see how moving intentionally and consistently can really enhance your entire quality of life.
That sounds amazing.
It's pretty wonderful.
And where are you located?
So the studio itself is actually entirely virtual. So there's no brick or mortar shop studio. I have lived in Somerville in the Teal Square area for about 7 years now. So everything is filmed and run out of my apartment in Somerville, but the studio is all online. So really anywhere.
Love it. And what inspired you to start your business?
Yeah. So kind of twofold, honestly. So I have been practicing Pilates myself for a little over 10 years now. And I've been teaching in the fitness industry for a little over 7. And I saw firsthand for myself how much Pilates could transform your body and just how you feel entirely. I grew up dancing. I danced professionally for a little while after graduating college, which took a big toll on my body. Just needed to continually build strength and flexibility, but then also developing injuries over the years, different issues with back pain and hip issues. And Pilates just transformed all of that for me. It eliminated all of my pain. So I'm stronger now in my 30s than I was dancing professionally in my 20s, and it's all due to Pilates. And so I wanted to be able to share that with everyone, just knowing that you don't have to live in pain, that you don't have to accept feeling a certain way as status quo, that movement can really transform the way you feel. And then the studio itself sprung from COVID, actually, that I was doing all of my work in person and meeting with private clients, but there is a certain cap to that. There's only so many man hours in the day to meet with people. And so when the world shut down and everyone was stuck at home and everyone shifted virtually in so many industries, I jumped on that. So right in the spring of 2020, I started teaching Pilates classes online to my original clients, and then the audience just kind of grew over time. And so even as studios opened back up and as gyms opened back up, there was a big market of people that still enjoyed moving their bodies from home, whether it was the new mom that tried to squeeze something in during a nap time, or someone who's tied to their desk that works a 9 to 5 that they can only get in 30 minutes before their day starts, or whoever it may be, that working out from home and having that accessibility was something that was really beneficial to a lot of people. So I decided to keep it up, and so we have the virtual studio now, so you're able to take class whenever works for your schedule, and still get all of the really wonderful benefits that Pilates brings.
Well, I imagine, it takes out one of the hurdles, which is just, to working out, which is just getting out of your house and
Exactly.
commuting somewhere.
It's so true. I always used to joke with my clients or clients that I still see in person that getting there is more than half the battle. That getting yourself to the studio or to the session is honestly harder than the workout itself. So when you can
Yeah,
do it from your living room or your bedroom floor or just wherever you roll out your mat, it makes it so much easier and so much more accessible.
definitely takes away one less excuse.
Exactly.
And if somebody's considering this, what does your membership structure look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So that was something that was also really important to me as well when I was starting the business. Is historically Pilates is pretty expensive and pretty exclusive. That it's a higher price point. The training that trainers have to go through to teach Pilates is really rigorous. Hours of training, the equipment's really expensive, and so it kind of had a pretty high barrier to entry. I decided to set up two membership models. That I have one that's all on demand. So you have access to a library of over 100 workouts that vary in length. So they can be anywhere from a quick 7 to 10 minute series just to get a quick sweat in or a quick stretch in. And then longer full classes, 20, 30, 45 minutes long. So the on-demand platform gives you access to all of that. And so you can either pay monthly or annually. And it's $34 a month. And then if you sign up for the year, then it gives you a 20% discount to pay it all up front. And then the second membership option is a live stream option. So not only do you get the access to the full on-demand library, but you also can attend 4 weekly live classes. So that's me teaching live. We show up at the same time, which the clients that take advantage of the live stream classes really take advantage of it for the extra accountability and motivation that they know, at 5:30 every single Monday night, we're all logging on together. So it's an extra level of commitment. So that's a really great option if A, you like that live community where you can chat real time, and B, if you want that extra accountability level. So there's the two options, the live stream and on demand.
That's great and very reasonable.
Yeah.
So thank you. Um, what is something you already talked about the convenience factor? What's something else that clients love about your service?
Yeah, absolutely. So, there's something that I hear over and over again, and it's almost this level of shock is people are shocked at how good they feel afterwards. That, my movement isn't about these big transformational photos before and after, is about trying to lose all this weight or to meet this specific image that is so often just set by media and a number on a scale that's relatively arbitrary. That what I'm always asking is, how do you feel? That do you feel more confident? Do you feel stronger in a practical way? Or, when you go to pick your kid up off the ground, do you feel your back hurt or do you feel supported? If you're going to reach for something on the top shelf of a cabinet, do you feel your shoulder kind of strain or do you feel that you have the mobility to actually get there? And so my clients are so often giving me real life examples of how they feel. That I have a client who liked to take boxing classes but had to stop because she just didn't have the strength and the ability in her shoulders anymore. And so we worked together for about 2 years consistently, and she just kind of had written off boxing. And then she took her first boxing class after 2 years and had absolutely no pain in her shoulder whatsoever. She didn't even think she was going to be able to box ever again, just thought it was going to be too much for her body. And just little things like that, just learning the ways your muscles can support you and the whole body is interconnected, and doing that to feel better and to be able to move better in every component of your life, not just for the benefits of working out, but just to live better, being able to walk up and down stairs until you're 90, to be able to hike on the weekends through your 60s if you want to, whatever it is, that you'll be able to continue moving forever, however you want to move. So it's usually just those aha moments of how they feel in something that they're doing or thought they couldn't do anymore that suddenly they can.
Yeah, definitely. And if you had to choose, what would be like one lifestyle habit that you would recommend people adopt?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's almost a mindset shift for me that we have so many people have it in their head that if they're working out, that it has to look a specific way. They have to be running on the treadmill for 30 minutes or else it's not worth it. They need to be spending an hour in the gym lifting heavy weights or it's not worth it. And it's just a very old and silly mindset that we don't need to tie ourselves to anymore, that any kind of movement for your body in a consistent way is really where it becomes valuable, that it's the consistency factor. So if all you have is 20 minutes a day and you do that 3, 4, 5 times a week, you're going to see incredible benefits versus dreading an hour on the treadmill or dreading whatever you feel it may be, that you force yourself to do when what you could do is find something, any kind of movement, and it doesn't have to be exercise. It could be walking every day. It could be riding your bike to and from work. Anything that just feels good. It can be stretching, closing out your day. Instead of sitting on your couch watching TV, maybe you sit on the floor and you just stretch your hamstrings, stretch your legs for 10-15 minutes, 5 minutes even. But making that mindset shift to moving, no matter what moving looks like, and moving in a consistent way.
I noticed you have 7 minute Pilates lessons on your website, which is kind of what you're saying, that even a little bit goes a long way.
Exactly. That there are days, this is my career. I move my body for a living, and there are days when even I am just drained, not feeling motivated, just like overall feeling just ugh. And that's the day that you're like, okay, you know what? 10 minutes. That's all I'm gonna ask of myself. I don't need to commit to 45 minutes of a power, intense, sweaty workout. 10 minutes today. And you'll feel a million times better afterwards, and just know that that's just what today was. And tomorrow or the next day or next week, then you can hit it hard again and challenge yourself and push yourself a little bit. But the days that either you have 10 minutes of time, or B, the body can really only allot 10 minutes, that is a-okay.
I love it. So Pilates sounds amazing. And what else do you do besides work?
Yeah, absolutely. So my husband and I got a Vizsla puppy a little over a year ago. So we have she's still kind of a pup. She's just over a year. So
Yeah.
she takes up the majority of my time. Vizslas are incredibly high energy. So we're always just spending time outdoors. My husband and I both just love to be outdoors. So we love hiking and camping and skiing and just any kind of activity outside. So a lot of my time is with my puppy, or just with my husband doing things outdoors, and just kind of honestly enjoying moving in another way too. But it's
Yeah.
relaxing in a way that it's gentle, and just being outside.
Fabulous. And lastly, what's the best way for customers to reach out,
Yeah,
contact you?
absolutely. So my Instagram handle is just Kristen.Giddings. So my first and last name with a period between. I'm always posting quick little video segments. There is a free 30-minute video in my on my Instagram page saved. So if you want to check out, just kind of see what this is all about, it's a gentle beginner flow. So that's a great
Oh,
place to
nice.
start. Yeah, and just on Instagram in general, I'm always just sharing tips and motivational things, inspiration, things about Pilates. And then if you have any specific questions, anything that you want to reach out to me, I love chatting with people who are either brand into Pilates and want to learn how it can help them, or someone who's just looking to try out what it would be like to work out at home or virtual. And so my website is also just KristenGiddings.com. And there's a contact form right in there, so you can easily pop in any questions and it'll go right to my inbox.
Perfect. Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge today and encouragement
Yeah,
for people to get stronger. And I love how much that can affect your whole life, really, the other things you're doing.
yeah, it's
So
such a game changer.
it's really important. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. And please reach out to Kristen if you have more questions. We'll see you next time.